The most amazing engineering feats, and we have Ellis Jespo to thank for the whole thing, for giving us clean, fresh water out there. Thank you, Ellis. And you can see it's demonstrated in the upright position there. We're going to go under the Kinsey Street Bridge, which is a bascule bridge. It could lift up, but then we've got next the one in the upright position, the Kinsey Railroad Bridge. Now, the leaf stays up. It's balanced by a massive counterweight at its base, and you can see over there on the left the yellow concrete block there. That's what balances it, and it rotates on an axle called a trunnion. So the full name of our bridge is a trunnion bascule bridge. That massive counterweight is visible here because this is the Industrial North Branch. They didn't want to make it fancy, but you don't see that on any of the other bridges, but it does exist below the riverbank there as part of how the bridge works. We go under 24 and a half bridges, I count that as a half, on this tour alone. And they're all trunnion bascule bridges. Some of them are double leaf, some are single leaf, some are double decker. And no two bridges are alike. Some have wider parts that they're dealing with, and they have different designs and different bridges. And the he knew right angles in glass and steel, but like a lot of students, he's got his own idea. He loves reinforced concrete, and he loves working with the round shape. One of his quotes was, "There are no right angles in nature," which I don't know is true or not, but nonetheless, that's what he believes. So the thing about Goldberg, though, was that he was devoted to the idea that people should live in cities. Don't flee to the suburbs at the end of the day. But he knew that in order for that to happen, you had to have a completely, sufficient city within a city here. So he designed this River City building in 1986 to have a post office in the base, a daycare center, a little grocery store, a little drugstore, everything you need, plus a marina for your yacht, which is very...
Not previous.
As we pass these buildings on the left, we get a sense, because it's nighttime, of the trains underneath there, the train tracks. This is where Amtrak and the Metro Rail goes out. And first thing, these buildings, when they developed here and they bought the land, the air rights were sold to these buildings by the train tracks. Air rights means if you own the ground, you own everything in the air all the way up to the sky above it. And so the railroad companies sold the air rights. But then these companies have to figure out how to build on top of railroads that are not going to shut down their system because you're building. And most importantly, they've got to be able to put their foundations, these little legs, these sticks that go underneath buildings down to bedrock. And it's a real challenge sometimes to get that right. And I want to show you a building that ran into a huge problem with that. So it's coming up straight ahead of us, and coming into view. If you look at now, we're coming underneath there, and you're going to notice there's a bunch of people sitting over here on the river, like they're waiting for something to happen. And they are, because straight over here, what happens on the wall of the Merchandise Mart, 15 minutes after sunset, is going to be a massive video installation artwork. And it's going to be vibrant colors and moving images, etc. And this is, it's like, I think it's 40 projectors actually on the other side over there that project against the wall here. It's really spectacular. And after you finish the river cruise, if you want you can walk all the way down here and just join in and watch it. You don't have to even come down here. You can watch it from Wacker Drive up there. But it's really brilliant. It covers the entire building. And they use a rotating list of guest artists to design it. There's little things of greenery there, little fish hotels over there. The fish, they actually put they have little islands, so they want the fish to hang out and make more fish, so they actually have lighting in them. They say the lighting is romantic for the fish, which is like, how do you know that, On your left here where it says Chicago Cut Steakhouse, this tall building is 300 North LaSalle, designed by Picard Chilton Architects in 2009. This building has been widely admired. And then we come back again on your left up here. You've got the Tribune up there with the flying buttresses, a little bit better view of them. That building is undergoing conversion now to condominiums. And the Tribune company itself moved their editorial offices a few blocks to the south. They no longer wanted to maintain a big building for their newspaper offices. And just to the left of the Tribune, the building that has the colorful lights at the top, that's now the Intercontinental Hotel, but that was the Medina Athletic Club when it was built in 1929, designed by Walter Allschlager. You come under the bridge and you look on your left and you look way up, you can see construction is underway for a three-part building, very tall. This will be the third tallest building in Chicago when it's completed. This is a combination of hotel and condominiums. And notice the way the building kind of angles in and angles out. It's a really interesting design. The number 2 on my list of things to know about Chicago is the architect Jeannie Gang, and she is the architect of this building. She's born in Illinois. She's one of the stars of the world of architecture. She was just named to the Time magazine's list of 100 most influential people in the world.